It is a bright, sunshiny day, and I'm another day looking forward to getting things in pots. We're finally getting to plant these pretty flowers, and this is going to be for the front window box. And the before and after is going to be great because the front of the house is blank right now, except for the beautiful window boxes that Reggie built last year for us. And they're going to get filled with all of these gorgeous, deep purple peachy, not peachy, but salmon colored flowers because my inspiration, and I must talk about this, these are my geraniums started January 31st. I
Yeah, I
watched,
can't walk over there.
here we go. These are my Maverick Salmon annual geraniums that I started from seed January 31st. They're 91 days to bloom. And Laura on Garden Answer, she had never grown them. She um, by watching her, I thought, I'm going to try it. And they've been successful, which makes a gardener like myself, I've been growing seeds 3 years. I am thrilled with it. And I have
Did you
several
say growing weeds or?
growing seeds.
Oh, okay.
Growing seeds.
Seeds.
These do not look weedy.
No, they
And
look great.
I know they do look great. And your annual geraniums take full sun. And the front of our house is definitely a full sun window box. And the other plants I have in here are my Primo Black Pearl Heuchera. And the Heucheras nowadays there are new varieties that take sun and shade. And this is a full sun Heuchera. I'm going to try it in the window box, not so much for the bloom, but this constant color. And I think it looks beautiful with the purples and particularly, I think, with the salmon and the way petunias. So my Heuchera is going to go in the pot through the summer, and it has been stored all winter outside. I tucked it in the compost pile. We found these end of season Black Pearl Heuchera. The other things that are going in the pot are my Dusty Miller, just for a punch of brightness in the box. I love this wonderful Bacopa. This is the Snowstorm Giant Snowflake, and it gets white blooms. I don't think, yeah, I do have one with a little bit of bloom. Trailing habit, doesn't get more than 8 inches tall at that much. Little white blooms, and it just spilled over the box beautifully with the green and the white. It's absolutely lovely. And then in the back of the border, for some greenery, doesn't get more than 8 to 10 inches tall, my asparagus fern, which I love just for that neutral green. And then I have these lovely, they call them blue, but it's a wave petunia and it's more purple than blue. And what got me this year on my boxes, this was my inspiration, the salmon color. So we're trying these on the front window boxes and anywhere else on the upper deck. So let's get started. I've already gotten two completed because it's so simple. I'm using regular potting soil. The difference is, and I'll show this, I have two pots that will have the Heucheras. They'll be the main focus in the front of the house. You'll see it once I put them up there. The other two boxes that go out there are just going to be filled with my petunias without a Heuchera. I thought that would give it a little more balance and not look so overwhelming. So we'll take a look at that when we take them out front. But the simple thing I'm doing is, they're so easy to plant. I have a regular potting soil that has like 6 months of fertilizer, but with any window box, because they're going to get watered every week, sometimes twice a week. Sometimes if it gets very hot, you find yourself watering them maybe even once a day. I don't have any drip irrigation here in West Virginia because we seldom go a week without rain. And so I just keep nice little jugs of water, and I'll show you where that is. So all I have in here is regular potting soil, and I'm going to go ahead and get these in the pot. What I do when I'm doing my pots, and probably you do the same, you want to check your plants, groom them a little bit. I'm going to take some of this potting soil off of this plant. Can you see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Okay. And so I can go in the pot a little easier. Just take a little bit of that. The root surface looks good. I'll do a little grooming, pick off anything that looks weary from winter that I haven't done already. And it makes your plant look so much nicer. And this will go in first. I always like to loosen those roots a little bit. This is going to go right here. And beside that goes in the back of the border one of these lovely Maverick salmon colored. I'm so excited. So excited. I'll turn that around that way, Reg. In front of that's going to go my Dusty Miller, because look how this brightens this up. Gives it some lightness. Beside that is going to go the Bacopa Snowstorm. And I forget how far it trails. It doesn't get more than, well, 12 inches wide, they say. You can control it. You can always trim it. And what am I looking for back here? Asparagus fern. Oh, it's right here. Asparagus fern. We'll go right here. Take off some of that soil too. It smells nice too. Take any weeds out. It goes right back here. And I'm putting 2 of my geraniums in here. So go right beside that. And this goes in another Dusty Miller to brighten the whole thing up. And the wave petunia. Love it. And you'll fill that in with a little bit of soil. Top everything off a little bit. Pack things in. And I think I mentioned you will be also fertilizing these when you're watering these. Not only, you want to make them nice and moist. All these plants can take dry soil. But you do want to fertilize everything through the summer months because of the fact that the water that you're using washes out any of the fertilizers that's in your potting mix. So I will be doing that with a liquid fertilizer of your choice. I'm a Miracle-Gro person. I've been using that for a long time, according to the instructions. All right. So that is how we're planning this box up. And outside of our heuchera, this box will be done the same. So I'm going to continue on and then I'll meet you out front and we'll put it all together. So what ended up, I needed to take a break, got a drink of water, and I just said to Reg, I'm going to go ahead and get the deck box done, the window box done, and we'll do a complete reveal. So, because when you plant one box and you see someone planting a box, you get the idea, soil. No, you don't get it. I need to do it.
I don't get it.
You don't get it. But anyhow, so this is what's happened.
All right.
I'm still using that theme of I love the wave petunias, mainly because this piece of art that Reggie did for me, I don't know how many years ago.
A couple, 3.
Yeah, is always my inspiration down here. I love purples, I love greens and chartreuse. And so the wave petunias look fantastic. These are my salmon colored geraniums. And so it'll be a real simple look. And these petunias just cascade, and hopefully these will be full of like 10 blooms. You never know.
Well, what's this thing over here?
Yeah. I bought myself a present yesterday. I was working for this community, getting, plans for downtown, and it's Barb. Barb was the
What
problem. We saw these hanging. This is a snacker cucumber.
Snacker cucumber.
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
And they will grow great in a pot. It'll need a little trellising support. And I've got another pot I want to put this into. It'll probably stay up here on the deck. And I'm going to use some of those poles that I have, those bamboo poles, so it can trellis up. But look at these. When we saw these cucumbers hanging, I said,
Oh yeah.
I mean, look at those.
Yeah.
So she texted me she ate one already. So mine's almost ready too. You know, you just don't walk into a plant store, even if you're not.
There's a rock there, honey. And someday you're gonna have to move that rock.
I know it's. I've got to get that done. You know, it's May. It's we all have so much going on. Anyhow, I went ahead and finished this wall box, and the difference is I did add the marguerite
Well, the potato vine always looks nice.
because last year, remember how it came across your art piece, and it just looked like it was planned that way. So why not try it a second time? But let me get up here and put that up there. Reggie said, "You can't do that." Yes, I can. Yeah, I can.
I'm getting ready to
And
say
I
it.
always water from the window. There we go. So that goes up here. And this marguerite sweet potato vine will come right down. The wave petunias, oh my goodness. It's happening. So that'll get watered in. It didn't take but a minute to plant those when you have everything ready to go. But for the big reveal, it's out front. So we get to come out front. And against this white house, I really think this is going to be lovely. Of course, you know, they're not in their full growth. And something else I've done, I've decided to tuck in another wave petunia right here on the corner of the heucheras because I felt it looked too bare. So these are going to go tucked in right in here. And then I think it'll be balanced more. But I think it looks wonderful against the white house.
Well, what's your trick on watering?
Oh, my trick on watering.
You were going to show that.
Yeah. I keep these, my rain barrel's full, and I keep these 5-gallon jugs.
They're not 5-gallon.
1-gallon jugs.
I like to see you lift 5-gallon jugs.
I know. 1-gallon jugs, and they're hidden behind these nice little evergreen shrubs. And
you really can't. You can't see them at all.
You can't see them there, and it's easy access. We don't have a hose link. I have tried to win one of those so many times, and it hasn't happened yet. I should just, you know, fess up and buy one. Anyway.
You do have money, you know.
Instead of dragging a hose, this is just as easy. Yeah, but doesn't it look nice? And
looks great.
I think it looks great. So I love seeing the boxes and things planted and knowing that part of that I started from seed. I just love it.
Let's ask Mozart what he thinks.
Reg is all about his cats.
What do you think, Mozart?
I'm bored.
Yeah, he's bored.
Anyhow, that's Gardening on the West Fork, getting all of our boxes put together. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you the next one. Just hit that little bell. Bye.